I wanted to do a video for someone who looks at their closet, is just tired of their clothes, has plenty of clothes, but feels like she has nothing to wear. Nothing is really making you jump for joy anymore, and you want to look stylish and feel current for this spring 2024 and beyond. These are the items that I would remove from your closet right now. You do not need to have them staring at you for the next few months. Some of these are out of style and just need to be updated, and some might just not be serving you anymore. And the things that we're going to get rid of that are not stylish or not current aren't necessarily things that are like in one season, out the other, and just like change every 6 months. It's basically the decade-long trends that have been quite out for quite a while, probably won't be back for quite a while, and they really just kind of need to go. Before we get into this, please remember that cleaning out your closet and getting rid of half the stuff is not a license to go out shopping to fill it with just the same number of items but different ones. And that is very tempting, of course, to be like, I got rid of all these, I have space, let's go shopping. But I would like for you to just sit with your clothes, what you have left, before you go shopping and buying things to fill it up again. And to have a pile that's a yes, maybe later, and donate. And as a side note, if you are getting rid of some of these clothes, I recommend finding a place locally that gives clothes to young girls or young women that are starting in the workplace that need professional clothing. There's lots of those. And I love that a lot of these programs, the clothes go straight to these women, and it happens pretty immediately. Okay, first things first, let's get the boring part out of the way. I want you to go ahead and pull everything that has a stain on it, needs to be hemmed, has a button missing, something that's preventing you from wearing it because you just need to fix it. Those need to be pulled out of your closet right now. If it's something that can be hemmed or a button fix, something like that, go ahead and stick it in your car so the next time you're riding around running errands, you can go by the tailor and get that fixed. Also, any shoes that are really dirty and just need to be cleaned, go ahead and stick those in your laundry room so you can go ahead and clean those next time you are doing laundry. There are lots of little hacks of cleaning shoes. And if the shoes are at a place where they're really beyond repair and you can't really make them look clean, it might be time for those to go bye-bye. They had a good life, they were well loved, and it's just time to say goodbye. Next, let's pull out anything that does not fit you. You will probably have to try on these clothes. If you are not sure if it fits you or last time you wore it didn't fit you, go ahead and try it on real quick, see what's wrong with it. And if it's at a place where it can be fixed by a tailor, go ahead and stick that in your car. If it's something that it used to fit or you think it will fit in a couple months, you just gained some weight or whatever the case may be, still take that thing out and put it in the pile that you are just going to put away for a while. Again, if it does not fit you right now, it doesn't need to be staring at you in your closet. If that somehow motivates you to do whatever you're trying to get yourself to do, great. But from my experience and from what I hear from a lot of people, it's very demotivating to have clothes in your closet that don't fit you, and it just creates a lot of clutter and it just makes it harder to get dressed. One thing that I have added to my life in the last year that has made a huge impact on how I feel and basically just my general wellness has been AG1. Thank you to AG1 for sponsoring today's video. AG1 is a foundational nutrition supplement that's allowed me to get rid of a lot of the individual supplements that I was taking. Two big differences I noticed when I started drinking AG1. One was how much my digestion improved, and the other thing I noticed is that my general energy levels were way more even keeled throughout the day. AG1 features prebiotics and probiotics. It has magnesium and B vitamins, which help your focus and your energy. It also has a lot of adaptogenic herbs and antioxidants that help support your stress levels and your mood. And it includes functional mushrooms, which are a huge support in overall immune health. AG1 also takes into the account that some vitamins and minerals are hard for your body to process, and AG1 makes it easy by carefully sourcing their ingredients for absorption, so you can get the most out of the ingredients that you're consuming. AG1 tastes very refreshing, and it's something that I enjoy first thing in the morning, but you can drink AG1 at any part of the day. You can get started with AG1 by following my link below or scan the QR code on the screen, and you get a free year supply of D3 plus K2 and get 5 travel packs of AG1 with your first subscription. Make sure you check out AG1 in the description box below, and let's continue. Now you've gotten rid of all of these, now I want you to pull out anything that you just haven't worn in a long time for whatever reason. If you've not had the occasion, you just haven't grabbed it for whatever reason, I want you to pull it out and I want you to try that on. Or you might immediately know why you haven't worn it in a long time. It's a sequin dress, and the only time you need sequins is on New Year's. So that really does not need to be hanging in your immediate closet because You're wearing it once a year. Like, why is it there beside your t-shirts? Another reason why you haven't worn it in a really long time is because it's uncomfortable. You wear it and it's itchy, it pulls, it doesn't fit you right in the armpits. Like, there's something about it that just does not feel good when you wear it, and so you just don't wear it. These need to also be gone from your closet. You're not wearing them, you never grab them, and if you think about it really hard, probably not even really hard, you kind of know the reason why. And these items don't necessarily need to be donated immediately. It really just doesn't need to be in your current closet because it's taking up space. Surely you can find another place in your house for these items that you wear once a year or twice a year, or just for nights that you're gonna have like a really fancy event. And if it's something that's very uncomfortable, if you don't feel like analyzing how you can make it comfortable, you could also just put it in that box to save for later and address it some other time. Do whatever kind of makes you feel like you're gonna keep going through this process and not get hung up on one category. With the uncomfortable stuff, we're women, our body weight fluctuates, you know, we kind of fluctuate in how we look and feel, and some years it's great and some years it's not. I have some of those too, and so I just put them away. If it's not working for me this season, I put it away and I'll try it on the next season and see if it works then. Just remember that the goal with your closet is to have clothes in there that you want to wear right now, every day, or just most days, as opposed to having all these pieces in there that you're not gonna wear, that don't feel good, that just create clutter and overwhelm in your brain. At least in my brain, for sure. The next category to say bye-bye to, or at least goodbye for now, is anything that does not flatter you. So you try it on, you put it on, and every time you're just like, I just don't like the way I look in it. For me, that was the color butter yellow. I love the color. I love it. I love it. I think it's so beautiful. I think it's just so beautiful looking. And on me, I just look like, I look awful in it. It looks terrible. I did recently find some butter yellow pleated linen blend shorts from Target. I was just walking by, not looking at clothes, and it caught my eye. So I can wear them on my bottom half, but the top half, it washes me out. I don't look right. So total tangent there, but I digress. Anything that's just not flattering. Something about it, you put it on and you just don't feel like you look that great. That might actually need to be donated. I'm gonna be honest. Because if it just doesn't make you feel beautiful, it might be a beautiful condition, perfect condition. It needs to be passed on to someone that it does make them look beautiful. I used to have a closet full of these kinds of clothes that just I liked, but they just weren't very flattering on me because I bought them because of how they looked on the mannequin, or they were on sale. You know, it was a good deal or something, but they weren't quite right for me, but it was just such a good deal. Like, I had lots of those clothes, and it really created so much clutter in my closet and in my brain, and I just would wear the same like 3 outfits all the time. Okay, so now is the point in the video. You might want to turn it off, and I'll tell you why. You can turn it off with the first few points I have given you. You got enough to clear out your closet. You don't even need to go further, because you might be offended if you go further. If you don't want to hear about the out of style stuff, you don't need to go further, because that's what we're gonna talk about. And I'm not gonna sugarcoat anything. I'm just gonna tell you things that I just really feel like make women look dated. But you don't have to watch this if you don't want to, because if you just clear out those first few things, you're gonna be in a much better place, I promise. So hopefully now we have only the people left that they kind of want to remove some clothes from their closet that are looking kind of dated. They don't look current, and they're definitely not helping anyone look very stylish for the current environment that we are in. First one, I will start here because I do live in Florida and I see this a lot, and it was a big trend 20 years ago, and it's not a good look. It's just not a good look for a lot of us, and it's the very thin spaghetti strap, tight fitted tank tops. And some of them have a built-in bra. That's better if it's like enough support for you. But a lot of women, and I've done it before as well in my past life, you know, would wear the very thin spaghetti straps and then would wear a regular bra with it. And it just doesn't look good. It just, honestly, I don't think it looks, I think there's just so many other looks that could look a lot better, but it doesn't look comfortable. I don't think it ever was comfortable, and it looks a little dated. It looks like something from the early 2000s that we wore with our ripped, very tight denim shorts and that kind of thing. I personally would just get rid of them and get a thicker strap tank top. Like, if you need to wear an actual bra, just get some straps on a tank top that cover your bra straps. There are so many out there. There's more out there of that now than there is of the very teeny tiny spaghetti strap ones. I hope I can even find pictures of them. I personally love the high neck tank tops. I wear a tee back bra with them. And that's just kind of what I like. But I would strongly suggest getting tank tops if you need tank tops that can cover your bra, and they just look a little bit better and they look more current. Okay, this next one, I still see this for sale in stores, and I don't know why, because not only do I feel like it looks kind of dated, but I also feel like it looks a little bit cheap and can look a little bit cheap. And it's the shirts that have like the bedazzled neckline, or they have like rhinestones all over them. And I don't know if that's because embellished denim is kind of a trend right now. I talked about it in this video and why I'm not super into it. You can watch that video if you want to. I just remember a lot of dresses, again, 10 years ago, having that on them, and it was kind of a thing. And I think we moved away from that. And then whenever I see a shirt and it's made and the shirt itself is like $39.99, I'm like, I know that that was not made that well with all those rhinestones on it. They're probably gonna fall off, which then your shirt is totally ruined, but it doesn't look very current to me either. Instead, I would get a plain shirt and then just wear a necklace. That looks current and it's so much easier to do. It makes so much more sense. I just would really assess all these overly embellished items. I really feel like a lot of them can look kind of dated. This one you may actually have in your closet right now, and if you love these, they make a lot of sense. I just don't feel like they look very current. It's these shirts that have some kind of like, they look like they're front tucked, but they're not, because they're twisted in a way to where you don't have to tuck it in. And it was great for women who don't want to tuck in their shirt. It's like fabulous. I have one where I can just leave it out and it's already twisted and it already has like a faux knot in it. And so I don't have to tuck it in, but it doesn't look sloppy. Great. And that was wonderful. And I did love that for the time, but it really looks a little bit dated right now. As things happen, and that was a big trend, that kind of went out a few years ago, and now you need to decide for yourself. If that's one of the things that you love to wear and you wear it all the time, it makes you feel beautiful, I would not get rid of that. But if it's sitting in your closet creating clutter and you've just been like, oh, I don't really like it, I don't feel great in it, you have my permission, not that you ever needed it, but to let that item move on. Now, what is more current right now rather than the faux tie things on shirts is, if you want a longer shirt, or longer shirts that are a little more structured and maybe have a slit in the side. Kimonos, oh my goodness. Kimonos, they were such a humongous trend from like 2010 to 2018, I want to say. It was like the tank top, jean shorts, kimono, at least here in Florida, kimonos were such a humongous trend. And there's one occasion I do still like these kimonos for, but in general, for the kimonos, that we were wearing as like part of our outfit, it is a dated look. It was a very practical look, but if it's one of those printed kimonos, very likely the print looks a little bit out of style now. The whole look is a little dated, especially if you're wearing it with like the wide brimmed hat. It's just kind of a dated look. And so I would not throw away these kimonos though. Maybe you need to get rid of some of them if you have like a ton of them, but I like these still for bathing suit cover-ups. I think they look amazing as bathing suit cover-ups. I think they're very useful there. Do you have a lot of graphic tees? Graphic tees are fine. They're just a very basic item, but the look of the graphic tee with like a pair of pants or shorts or a skirt, maybe a hat, like maybe we were wearing them with kimonos as part of an outfit, we've moved from that. It doesn't feel very current anymore. And so I would save those graphic tees for like a very, like, you're literally throwing it on to go walk your dog or going to the beach or just something super duper casual. They just really don't look current anymore. And when I say graphic tees, I mean the ones that are like live, laugh, love.
The graphic tees that are more current are basically back to more traditional graphic tees, no Hallmark card sayings, and we are just wearing them with jeans or something casual as opposed to like a printed skirt or a kimono.
But a lot of us, I know often I tend to have to go through my t-shirts. I do need some t-shirts. I like to work out in t-shirts sometimes. You know, there's several occasions where I do want a regular old t-shirt, but I don't need 30 of them, and you probably don't either. So I would whittle it down to just a handful that you really love and that are still useful to you, and just really assess whether you really need that many of those graphic tees. Let's look at prints for a minute. If you have printed blouses and you've had them for like 10 years, 12 years, 20 years, there's a very, very, very high chance that they look pretty dated. And usually it's not just the print, it's often the style that they're in as well. Prints go in and out of style so fast, and I have found that I buy very few of them. I still do buy prints every once in a while, But in the past, I tend to just love a print and I would buy it and then get tired of it very quickly. And so now I limit myself. I just stick mainly with solids because I know myself and I know that I don't get tired of solids, but I do get very tired of prints very fast, and they just start looking dated after a season or two. So I just don't really buy a whole lot of them anymore. If you don't want to be swapping out prints every other season, then I would suggest focusing more on the color and the texture of an item and the style rather than the print. Color and texture is not really going to go out of style, but a floral, they go in and out so fast. It's very possible in 2 seasons from now, it just kind of feels and looks a little bit dated. Again, if it's something that you love and you feel beautiful in, please don't get rid of anything like that. But if this is a section of your closet that you just don't wear and you avoid, and it's a whole bunch of printed blouses, it might be time to say goodbye to them and not refill your closet with a whole bunch more new printed blouses. Anything that's super, super ripped, like the jeans that are so ripped that you can basically see your whole leg. I do love jeans there's so many occasions where I really don't care what I look like. I just want something comfortable. And so maybe that's these jeans for you. But as far as like a stylish look for 2024 and beyond, the super overly ripped denim is just not the look that is very current right now. Now, it's not like any rips are just out of style. Like distressing, great. You know, little small rips here and there. I really don't like any distressing anymore. I like them maybe on the hem, but I just don't really want any holes in my jeans or rips or anything through it. I'm just personally very over that look. But a little bit of distressing, totally fine. It doesn't look out of date. But what I'm talking about, and I'm showing you pictures on screen, is just the overly ripped jeans. It's going to look out of date, and especially if it's in a skinny jeans style. I don't want to hate on skinny jeans, although I do think women are missing out if they don't try other styles besides skinny jeans. But if it's a skinny jean and it's overly ripped and it's like really fake whiskers and stuff, it's gonna look pretty dated. If you still have jeggings in your closet, and by jeggings, I mean they are kind of a cross between a skinny jean and a legging. Like they're legging material, but they look like jeans. They look pretty dated. I don't want to offend anybody, but I did say that this is the part of the video that might be offensive. But jeggings, they're not helping you look like a stylish version of yourself. If you like that look and you still like skinny jeans, I would just go with a skinny jean, not a jegging, because skinny jeans are still gonna look like an actual jean, and jeggings they just don't look all that great on a lot of people. And speaking of jeans, if you haven't ventured away from skinny jeans at all, I do recommend trying some of the other styles. I mean, we are in an era of so many jean styles right now. We got boot cut, we got wide leg, we got straight leg, we have tapered, we have barrel leg, you know, we have cargo. There's just so many styles that only sticking to one because it's just what you've been used to, you might be missing out. You just might be missing out. I would go to a store that has a whole bunch of different styles and just try on a whole bunch, see if you like some, see how they feel to you, and go from there. Jean shorts that are super tight and super ripped, very like Y2K trend. And there's a lot of Y2K trends that have come back around, like denim dresses. It's huge trend. And I think it's a trend that's very much here to stay, and it's very much a Y2K trend. So there's some that have come back and that are really big right now, but the whole very tight, very ripped, very short denim shorts has not yet come back. We're still seeing like more relaxed fit denim shorts. I talked about it in this video here as well, and it's just kind of like minorly distressed denim, not so much like shredded denim. That has not really come back around yet. Hopefully it won't, because I will not be wearing that. It was fine when I was in college, but you know, mama's not gonna wear that. Cold shoulder tops. If you got the cold shoulder top, and I can probably bet that's in a style that also looks kind of dated, like it's cold shoulder, it has an asymmetrical hemline, it has a Ed Hardy looking print on it or something. They've been dated for a while. They're still dated. I don't see that coming back anytime soon. Maybe it will, but I don't see it coming back anytime soon, and I don't feel like it's helping anyone look very current. Now, if you follow this video and you got rid of all these items and you have nothing left, like zero clothes in your closet, one of your biggest issues is that you never really got enough basics in your closet to kind of pull everything together. And that is very important. I have a lot of them in this video. You can go back and look at that one if you want to. But I do suggest starting there if you have 0 items in your closet to wear. Now, if you get to this point and you only have like a little bit of stuff left, I still think you should sit with it for a while. See what outfits you can create with that and just like let it marinate a little bit. See what outfits you can put together today and this weekend and next week with these clothes. Play around in your clothes and just kind of see where you're at currently. It takes a little while of letting it sit to really get to this space to say, okay, you know what? I actually do have a lot of outfits, and I think what I'm missing is a pair of black trousers, or I think I could be missing some belts. I have no belts to pull this together. You can then get to a point where you can clearly see what you're missing, as opposed to just feeling like you don't like your clothes and then just going and buying something that makes you feel good in that moment. You also really want to look at the items that you have pulled from your closet that are just not working for you. Like if you pulled every single sleeveless item from your closet because you hate the way it makes you feel and you just don't like the way it looks on you, then that is a very good sign that you should not buy any more sleeveless tops because you've tried that, you don't like them, and just, you know, there's lots of other sleeve type options that you can try. Or if all you have left are V-neck tops in your closet, then you know that, okay, V-necks are what I feel great in, and that's a neckline to look for when you go shopping and to avoid crew necks or boat necks or whatever. If you have mainly dresses left in your closet, then maybe dresses are really your thing, and maybe you are a person that needs to focus more on dresses as opposed to so many tops and bottoms. You need a few of them, but you don't need a whole closet full of them. I also like to think about, just in general, what is it about these items that are left that I really, really love? For me, normally it's the fit and how they feel on me and how easy they are to pair with other items. Like my white t-shirt, I wear all the time because I can pair with literally anything, and I love the feel of it. I love the look of it. It just, you know, holds up in the wash. I also really like these kinds of vests. I have a stupid number of vests, but I tend to wear them a lot because it works really well for me here in Florida and what I like to wear. So I hope this video was helpful and helps you get a good closet edit, clean out your closet. Of course, there's gonna be some items that you're like, oh, yeah, I didn't talk about this, what do I do? Anything that you're not sure of, I mean, my thing is what I do is I literally just put them in a box, I put them away for a while because my brain can only handle so many tasks at one time. And if I'm cleaning out my closet, it really can't handle something else over here. So I just put it away and then I come back to it later. Just make sure you come back to it at some point. Please let me know what your questions are, or if you run into any issues with this, or you know, any setbacks, or just things that I didn't cover, because maybe I can do another video and address those questions. Anyway, I hope you like this video. Definitely check out AG1. I'll link them in the description box below. Give this video a thumbs up if you liked it, a thumbs down if you didn't, and consider subscribing if you're new here, and I will see you next time.